Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope you're all doing well and I hope you're all staying safe as usual. It's been a minute since I've done this, but we are going to be doing a clipped run with the post commentary and all that fun stuff with the repeater crossbow today. And lately I've been doing mostly normal mode runs, but I am getting ready to do a whole guide on two-handed weapons, how they work, and kind of just showcasing each two-handed weapon and seeing like what they do special. But this repeater crossbow run was just so ridiculous that I thought, hey, let's just show it. And the repeater crossbow is like a really interesting weapon because it works really well in both survival and tactics. I like it better in tactics just because that DPS just gets out of control after a while. Essentially, the second hand, which is the quiver of arrows, that'll root enemies. Anyone that's hit, it'll be rooted. Except for like enemies that can't be rooted, like giant and stuff like that. And then the normal shot, right? The left-hand shot, basically that'll crit each time an opponent is rooted. So it works really well with Wolf Trap, with Root Grenade, and obviously the Quiver of Arrows. So it's a really nice self-synergy. And in tactics, we're going to be making use of the Acrobatic Pack, and specifically the Carbine and the Hokuto Bow. And given that this is custom mode, we are going to be getting some drops that, you know, in a normal gameplay we may not get, but this is more of a showcase and seeing like the potential of a weapon like the repeater crossbow. So I hope you all enjoy it, and if you like stuff like this and want to see more stuff like this, you can feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, and all that other stuff, and comment what is your experience with the repeater crossbow, because it's one of my favorite weapons in the game, but not everyone likes it. So that being said, let's get on with this run. So we're actually going to do something a little bit different, start off in Challenge Rift, and this is going to be the first of 4 challenges that we actually end up seeing. And the first one is obviously in the prisoner quarters, as I get hit immediately by those shurikens. That little part with like the shuriken like above and below, like that can be a little bit tricky sometimes, especially if you're coming up from above. But honestly, traps only do like 30% at most to you, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. But just for some context in this run, like I said, I am going to be doing a guide on two-handed weapons just in general, and part of the charm of two-handed weapons is that they're all so different from each other. Like, repeater crossbow handles so much differently than like the ice crossbow, and so you have so many different strategies that you can employ, and some are better in one stat than another. Repeater crossbow, funny enough, it's actually quite good in both survival and tactics, but I think it's a little bit better in tactics, just for the record. But we're in Toxic Sewers right now, and we have like this just ball of chaos right here. We have this elite that's shielded, which actually that's good because it allows us to not have to deal with it. And I do apologize in advance for the frame drops. OBS just did not want to cooperate with me during this run, so for the first half of this run, there's going to be a lot of slowdowns and things like that, but it'll get better as the run continues. So I do apologize in advance, but yeah, I don't know what OBS was doing. My computer froze like 3 or 4 times during this run. So it is what it is, I guess. But second challenge rift. At this point, we want to make sure that we don't get hit by any challenge rifts, because like I said, yes, it is only 30%, but it's still 30%. And in tactics, you do need every bit of your HP, especially in a level like Toxic Sewers, where like everything can pretty much like one-shot you. Well, except for like the little rats, and the bus cutters, but you know, even like the scorpions, if they hit you, or if the purulent zombie, if that thing hits you, like it's not fun at all. So yeah, but we're gonna get through this without taking any damage, and we're gonna go ahead and continue on. And we are going to go ahead and transition into the corrupted prison, where we have our curse. And the tricky thing, at least for this level and with Forgotten Sepulchre, is going to be having to deal with these weirded warriors. So they're the crabs, and they block off all ranged attacks pretty much until they start attacking you, or if you can catch them by surprise. But fortunately for me, I have the Acrobatic Pack on, and my Carbine will do just enough damage to be able to like knock it out. So it's not really that big of a deal. And for those who don't know how Acrobatic Pack works, basically you see that my Carbine is in the backpack slot, and you can unlock the backpack slot, I believe, after 1 or 2 BC. Now once you unlock it, any time you put a ranged weapon in there and you have the Acrobatic Pack mutation unlocked, basically, whenever you do a ranged attack, and there's a cooldown for it, but whenever you do a ranged attack, the backpack slot will fire. So it's really useful with things like that can inflict dot statuses, or like a Hakuto's bow or something like that. And it works really well, especially with these two-handed ranged weapons, especially like the repeater crossbow, because otherwise it's kind of hard to get synergy. Like, you have to get self-synergy, which, funny enough, I do end up getting in Ancient Sewers, but I'll talk about that when we get there. But, yeah, that's kind of where this run is at right now. Like, I'm making really good use of the Acrobatic Pack, and the other mutation I have is Parting Gift. Parting Gift can be found in the Graveyard, same place where you get the merchandise category. In my opinion, Parting Gift is actually the best mutation in the game because of all the utility it serves. It takes care of flying enemies just, like, flawlessly. Almost got hit by all of the disgusting worm bombs. I was not expecting it to teleport over to me that quickly, but I'm able to take care of it. Right now, my repeater crossbow has... It's not self-synergizing, but it does have 80% to poison. With my carbine and my acrobatic pack, like, I have pretty easy synergy, and that should be able to carry me pretty much for the next several minutes in this run. Barely escaped getting hit by everybody, because if I got hit by that field experiment, I would have gotten stun locked. That would have gotten me hit by the shield bearer, and then I would have gotten hit by the impaler, and I'd be dead. So, thankfully, none of that happened. Able to roll away just in time. I get a +3 amulet, and that's going to be our amulet for the rest of this run. Again, sorry about all the frame rate drops. I don't know what's going on with OBS sometimes. And if you hear some meowing, that's just my cat talking to me. So, funny thing here. So, I accidentally... get rid of my kill streak because I fell into poison, and then I do it again, but it didn't matter because I had the 60 at that point. That's actually kind of a difficult jump, just if you're cursed or if you're trying to preserve your kill streak, but basically what you can do is like hang on the wall, like hang on that ledge on the left side, and then just kind of roll your way through it. But it is kind of annoying. You may notice me in these challenge rips picking up different amulets. That's for a couple reasons. One is my amulet doesn't have a double jump right now. Or not a double jump, but a triple jump, actually. And basically the idea behind that is, like, you know, certain things I may mess up on, or certain platforms I may want that double jump for, or the triple jump or the quadruple jump. So it's nice to have it. The other thing is just it gives me a little bit more health, so if I take some damage, it's the difference between getting hit from 30%, I may only get hit like 20%. So it's just stuff like that. But mostly for the extra jump. I'm running tactics anyways. But gonna clear out the challenge rift and then take care of the melee spawned enemies. So melees, it's a whole other thing, but basically a lot of people are not a big fan of it, as you can see just a lot of chaos going on in here. Luckily, I'm able to get away really quickly, and movement is a big part of tactics in general. Just like getting to the right spot on time. So you want to make sure that you're doing all that. But we're going to go ahead and fight Conjunctivius. But again, as I was saying, like, you know, tactics is all about movement, and you really want to make sure that you're in the right spot at the right time, because otherwise you're taking a lot of damage for basically preventable reasons. So tentacles are going to be coming, but honestly they're going to be dying so quickly, and you can see my scroll count is insane, because I've had a challenge rift in every single biome so far, which is the max. Typically it's a max. I've seen people that are able to get 5, but that feels like it's so incredibly rare it's not even worth noting. But I'm at 20 in my main stat right now, as you get all these frame rate drops. Again, OBS was just being awful, but I do kind of restart my computer after this. I just didn't feel like having to like redo the seed and then do everything all over again, because this was a pretty cool seed because of all the challenge ups that I got, and I was thinking, oh, maybe I can hit 40, but 40 is such an anomaly in this game. Like, you have to have 4 challenge rifts, and then you have to get a dual stat scroll in every biome. Like, it's just not really possible in this day and age. Or, it is possible, but not really worth getting into. But anyways, perfect Conjunctivius. Sanctuary, now we have our curse, and this is one of the more difficult curses in the game because of the fog, plus you have to deal with the casters. And then the casters are generally just a very tricky enemy, because sometimes you can mistime your roll and you end up getting hit, and you're trying to dodge the Inquisitor too, so you just need to really be careful. Time your dodge properly. Like, I almost messed up my dodge right there because I was trying to shoot with the quiver of arrows, but I'm able to take care of it. And I almost mess up here too because I have this elite, and then I have all these other enemies, but I kind of just prioritize the caster on that. I know it's weird because you're supposed to be prioritizing the elite, but I'm scared to death of casters in Sanctuary because they always seem to hit me at least once every single time I'm there, but no harm, no foul. I'm able to take care of this pretty easily. And Sanctuary is going to go by without a hitch. I actually get through the entire biome without getting hit. So it's been a while since I've gotten actually hit by anything. And we're going to continue that into the Sepulcher. I'm cursed and I'm able to get through one of the spike traps. I just wasn't able to show it then because I had the game on pause for a while because I had to go get my food. But yeah, so this is going by really quickly. I actually clear the curse like very, very, very fast. But I play it very safe because the cleavers, when they throw their axe and you kill them, it actually runs all the way back. So you need to be really, really careful when you knock them out because otherwise you run into a lot of issues. But again, like, we're able to get through this no problem. I actually mess up and I for some reason I thought that I still had a carbine even though I hadn't had one in a really long time. So I thought that the acrobatic pack was going to help me there, but it actually didn't, and I almost got hit by a bunch of kamikazes. That would have been run over, but you know, luckily, and that's where parting gift can really come in handy. It really saves you against a lot of these flying enemies, especially like kamikazes, buzz cutters, even librarians, things like that, and it can provide a little bit of stun as well. Tesla Coil is obviously really good for that AoE grouped damage, and it just serves a really nice function. So I'm gonna get through all of that mess, and then I'm gonna knock out this Elite Cleaver really, really quickly. And we're going to go ahead and move on to Timekeeper, which is going to last all of 10 seconds. She's going to shoot her little spitting blades. I'm going to trap her and hit Tesla Coil and then just keep knocking her. And she's dead. So, really, really fun fight. Really challenging, I know. All I needed to do was dodge twice. And, yeah, that was the run. And I just wanted to show how easy Timekeeper is on a build like this. I could have done Giant. It would have been a little bit harder. I would have had to dodge more, but it would have been the same outcome, I feel, with the amount of power that I have, especially with the Tesla Coil. But yeah, I'm able to dodge Hand of the King pretty quickly, get him down to half health or 40%, and the enemies will spawn. So my strategy here, I'm gonna bait the Inquisitor down and kill the Disgusting Worm because I want to prioritize it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and kill the Inquisitor, and Hand of the King will go down in a matter of seconds. And yeah, 3 for 3 so far on perfect bosses. It's looking really good. I'm really happy with the way this is turning out. And gonna do my little dance as we head into the Astrolab. 5BC spoilers for anyone who, you know, wants them, but obviously this was a 5BC run, so spoilers were always gonna be imminent. If you're wondering about my outfits, I do have the mode enabled where you can change random like outfits. I think that's a custom mode thing, or it might be a gameplay options thing, but in any case, yeah, I don't even need to like use the full-on quiver of arrows at this point. Like, I can just use my regular repeater crossbow and I'm gonna get enough damage off because I'm at 36 in tactics right now, which is a crap ton. So yeah, it's not 40, but it's still really powerful, and you're gonna see how that works out in the final 5BC boss fight. And you're gonna see me knock out these 2 elite slammers, which are often thought to be a very challenging fight, but honestly, all you need to do is corner one, knock it out, and then the other one is pretty easy from there. So, Collector, final fight. It is going to jump up, do its annoying little slam thing, and I'm going to dodge his stab attack, and I'm going to keep hitting him, keep trapping him, keep hitting him. I have the Instinct of the Master of Arms with the support and with Acrobatic Pack, and I barely escape the little fireball from shooting. It wouldn't have done any damage to me, but I would not have gotten my no hit, and that is one annoying thing about this fight. But I'm able to get him down to nearly 3 heals. No, I got him down to 3 heals, which means that now he's just going to drop his Panacea. I don't have to face any enemies. I'm going to go ahead and drink up, avoid the stab move, and then hit him with 1 shot, and that is going to be the run. So perfect on all the bosses. I only got hit a few times throughout the course of the entire run, and that just goes to show the power of something like the Repeater Crossbow and Acrobatic Pack. And two-handed weapons are ridiculous. They're all really, really, really good. And I cannot say anything bad about really any of them. Like, my least favorite one would probably be the Ferryman Lantern. Even that's a really good weapon. So I have another run with that. I might put that in the guide. If you want to see me do like a post-commentary, I already have the run completed on Brutality, so I'm more than happy to show you guys. But in any case, thank you guys so much for joining me on this one. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch my content. And, you know, obviously I've been putting out a lot of balloon stuff lately, and I'll continue to do so, but I really want to get back to doing Dead Cells full time, especially with my work schedule becoming more, like, available now, so to speak. I can do more Dead Cells content, and I'm really excited to bring you guys some stuff. So, again, thank you guys again. I'll see you all later. Have a great night, everybody, and stay safe out there.
Looking sideways, but how am I the one to blame when you're distorting pictures? Calling my name. Looking sideways, but how am I the one to blame when you're